head getting Curie fixed. That's the companion I want. I want Curie. I like Curie. I like her accent. She cracks me up. She sounds cute, but like the stuff she says cracks me up. The door on top, right there. But it's kind of hard to come up with a backstory for River or for a Fallout character because they already have the backstory. Trying to find one that fits with that. Like, what was her life before the fall? Her backstory before the fall to allow her to be this badass and stuff like that. I'm trying to turn her into a human. That's what I've been waiting for. I was using her, and I got tied her in robot form, which is awesome that you can customize Curie with the Automatron mods and make her a Assaultron. You can't do that with once you get a mod. You can't not do that with. You cannot do that with what's his name? Damn it! Still not. Who do I have to talk to get the Curie to activate that second part of the mission? It says find out how to uh, get Curie or whatever. I forgot what you do to tell you to go here. Anybody remember? I forgot what to do to tell, because I have the quest that says find out about or whatever. Let's see it. Yeah, emergent behavior. Find someone to help Curie. I have that part, but I forget how to change that to go with the memory den. Anybody know? I would like to get Curie. I got a special outfit in mind for her. You have to complete the mission where you go to Kellogg's memory first and then talk to the same doctor. I've already done that. Well, I've done that part. I did it before I talked to Nick. I've already seen the memory. I lived through it again. I've gone to the railroad, which you didn't have to do really. I think I have to do something else in the railroad. Because when I got it, when the opportunity to turn her into a human, when she started to ask about it, when Curie started to ask about it, I was on the mission where, on the railroad mission where you had to talk to the doctor about clearing the way for H-22. So she was on the computer. She's like, "Oh, clear Malden Plaza or whatever," and she wouldn't let me talk to her until I finished that. So I went and finished that, and now I waited and did some other stuff and trying to go talk to her again, but it just won't progress.
Well, Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
Lots of stuff to say.
I didn't make it in time. Kellogg was working with the Institute and he gave them Sean. I've lost him all over again.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night.
I think I had to.
And sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there. But to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. or how to
I think I have to progress.
But there's one person who has to know, right?
I think I have to progress the railroad quest, so Dr. Amari will get off that computer. Maybe.
You read my mind. He had to have a way in and out.
Yeah, but we both know he's not exactly available.
My right time, since they're gonna be talking for a minute.
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
Yeah, if only.
So, murderer and a kid.
Oh, you mean going into Kellogg's memory? Ah, I got you, John. I got you.
Be a great ending if we did.
I got you.
Mystery in the
Kellogg's memory. I just read that as. Never mind. I read that as my memory, but involving Kellogg. Yeah, I got you, bro. Thanks.
I was so blinded by anger.
I got you, bro. I forgot about that part.
Now look what I've done.
Gotta dive into his past memories.
His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it would be Dr. Amari. The mind behind.
Because every time I got Curie, I'd already done this, so I never had problems going to get her human.
I don't know, Nick. That seems a little out there.
You're talking to a synth. I am a little out there. Just stay with me on this. Let's see.
Be right back.
We're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
I'm gonna need a really sharp ice cream scoop.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
Perfect timing. Nick, we're leaving. Why'd you sit down? Piper's the one who walked out the door? Really, bro? Really, bro? So yeah, let's get going. I'll meet you there. I gotta go there anyway. After I rest, which I don't need because I'm a robot.
Crazy things when they're scared. Ought to be Diamond City.
Almost at another level. 35, almost 36. What's up, Nick? All up in my face as usual.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Good Neighbor.
Do they stay out of Good Neighbor? I don't think I ever seen any Brotherhood of Steel in the Good Neighbor. They wouldn't be though. They'll probably try to kill all the ghouls. All the ghoul people. They're kind of like borderline Nazis. Borderline Nazis without being fully racist.
Well, Mr.
They're good with all humans, just no robots, no sense, and
They have walked out of the den, Irma.
no ghouls.
Walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
I haven't done the Silver Shroud. I got the quest, I just haven't done it. I haven't got the outfit. That quest is hilarious. Especially if you do all the Silver Shroud responses. Make the character talk like the Silver Shroud. That shit's hilarious.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? Wait, I remember you. The memory inducement. All for 111, right? What's this all about?
Oh, nice. She's mentioned that.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this. And so do we.
Forgetting to edit her, get the
But no doubt.
do the quest so I can unlock the surgeon and edit her mouth. It looks funny sometimes when she talks.
Did you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Igor!
Like right there.
Me the brain.
No. I will not.
Oh, I'm glad I can see these responses. Like, I've missed so many of these sarcastic responses because you can't see what she's going to say. Hilarious. Oh, excuse me. I'm not ready to do this yet. What could I find? How much brain do you need exactly? Here's what I could find.
What I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he still compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
It'd be awesome if you could kind of like
Amari, let's do it.
make him like almost like a split personality. Like if you fucked up something in the memory or whatever, or you did something wrong. And you know how he talks as Kellogg right after you do this. If you play with him throughout the game or whatever, he'll eventually revert to Kellogg sometimes in combat.
Try plugging you into a toaster.
Or talk shit back to you. That'd be hilarious the rest of the game if you could do that.
Nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine.
That's what River's about, bro. It's her character. He obviously hasn't seen Doctor Who either.
Let's see here.
If you've seen Doctor Who, you would get it. Valentine.
Your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the surroundings. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Right. Yep.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind. I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
Yeah, if a smart mouth with all that could have solved the problem, you would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
Alright,
All right.
let's go.
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Please stand by. Those buttons at the bottom always remind me of an old school Nintendo controller slightly. Especially the ones with the buttons on the left.
It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
This mission was always a trip. Like, holy shit, I'm in his memories.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Running across neurons. At least I think that's what they're supposed to represent.
Turn down the goddamn radio. I'm trying to sleep.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way.
Remember, you are experiencing
And she
these
protected me
memories
from
as well.
Dad.
This may prove disorienting at
That
first.
cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
I like how they gave you insight into his psyche by accessing the memory.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked?
Realize what he's been through and why his life turned out the way it did.
Kill him.
Still an asshole,
I should
but
have.
why he became that
Instead,
asshole.
I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
That's what I gotta wait.
What a joke.
Yeah.
What's it mean, Mom?
Come on, start talking. There you go.
Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe. Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war. Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
NCR. It's a name you don't hear for a while.
Listen to me, Connie.
You don't hear a lot in this game.
This. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise.
What if it's the same gun he gave that you take from Kellogg? He just upgrades it.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Probably is.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Oh, I think the door is gonna open for some reason. I'm just standing there waiting for the door to open. I'm always thinking this is the door, but nope, more engrams to run across.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, She'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter?
There's some good writing in this game, gotta say that. Not all of it,
Never
but
deserved it.
this part.
Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want.
And as soon as you lose more hair,
Little Mary, too.
how am I liking my playthrough so far? I'm liking it a lot.
Must be my mom.
I'm liking it a lot.
Kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Challenging, like the way my character looks.
And you don't need to worry about
Like the gear I can put on my companions.
just running security for the she.
I still gotta work on my settlement. I still gotta work on my settlements though.
They sure
I haven't been doing much with those.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and me
Yeah, I was hooked
safe.
before I moved.
I promise.
Yeah, this game is great.
I know, Connie.
Game is
Sure we're
great.
gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see.
I just kind of want like a more futuristic one, like a Fallout that happens.
Let's keep looking.
The same thing happens like, but in modern time, like our current time or whatever. And then it's 200 years or so in the future. From then, that'd be dope. I do like the old school, like the difference in time periods and the weapons and stuff, but I want like over the
Thought you would just
pipe
fuck with
weapons and
us,
shit like that.
and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
I mean, that kind of makes sense because there's those, you know, those underground facilities. They call them dump bases or dumb bases or whatever. And other shelters, private companies make kind of like vaults. They don't have to be vaults. They could just be something like that.
Mind if
Or it could also be vault tech, just to keep the vault going. It could work. Like some people were in those shelters, some people were in vaults. Some people stayed above ground.
I hear you'll take care of
It'll work.
problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Family, huh? Lost his kid, wife and kid, and was just like, fuck everybody. I'll kill anyone for money. My wife and kid died. Don't care about yours.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad
This
you
part is
decided to-
badass.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem.
No problem.
Why, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Critical failure. Systems offline.
Like, bitch, I ain't playing with you. These toy soldiers here.
We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell
You
us
should have brought some
something.
Gen 2s though, unless I didn't have any.
We're running out of brain here.
You really want to test them.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Oh, of course.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic.
This again.
I'll try to locate another memory as quickly as I can. Please try to remain calm.
That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Do I have to watch this again, or can I go?
All near the end.
I found
I have to
another
wait.
intact memory. Whenever
Oh,
you're
okay, good. No need to see it a third time. Reminded me of the scene from iRobot. Yeah.
Your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose
he
end
did.
to tie it up.
Got tired of having to deal with you? Couldn't kill you?
Wasn't my idea
So?
to settle down with the kid in the middle.
Set
of
it up so the
Diamond
mom
City.
kills you.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Alright, stop talking. Get the Corsair to show up. Camera, zoom back out. What the fuck? Or whatever.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days, the new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did.
You have the DLC for this? You have all of them.
They weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
You have it, but you haven't played it yet.
Your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Yeah, I've been trying to think about when I want to start it. I can get to all of them now. Fall Harbor and
So what's the process this time?
whatchamacallit.
One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in...
He's gone rogue.
Fall Harbor and Nuka World.
Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads.
Haven't finished the main story yet? Dang.
Capture and return?
Taking your time with it.
Just elimination.
Them games.
Elimination. He was
Even when you finish the main story, that's not even the end of the game at all. You can still do everything else. Pretty much.
The top bioscience boys? So,
Radio, shut the fuck up.
affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Okay, just snap right in front of me. Oh, okay, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Oh, there you go.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
I was on my way to playing, finishing the movies. Yeah. Where were you at?
Slow movements, okay? I don't know
What mission were you on?
procedure might have had. No one's ever done.
Why is the fucking radio playing? What the fuck? Shut up.
How do you feel?
I got music playing in my head.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition.
You can hear the music? What the fuck?
Ready to talk about what happened in there?
That's weird.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists.
Now it
could
stopped.
defect. This changes everything. He could answer
Xbox, stop
all sorts of
listening.
questions. Where did
I
the
didn't say
memory
that
he
word.
was?
Fucking thing.
The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Yeah, it stopped playing. I don't hear it anymore either. I didn't even turn the radio on. It just came on its own for some reason. That's why he's there.
To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking. As a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Alright. You got a marker over your head? Why? Oh, bring Curie to Dr. Amari. Nice. Alright, that's available now. Let's go get Curie after I talk to Nick. Ammo, give it. Book, Robco Fun, Grognak Barbarian Holotape. I don't care. Anything else? Not so much. Where you at, Nick?
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Like that. I wish that would come back a lot more.
You want to try for round 2, huh? Let's go.
What? What are you talking about?
Wait. Were you just playing a joke on me?
I guess that's for you to wonder and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Like, I wish there was a way to, like, it would happen so much and you can fix it or not fix it. That'd be dope. Something wrong with you, Nick. I don't want you with me. I'm gonna have my own from here, Nick. Yes, that's what I want to do. Actually, let's ask him a question.
Glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so...
Wait, is he maxed out yet? I don't know if he's maxed out yet.
But an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Let's get going, Nick.
Keep going.
And one heck of a
I want
ride,
to talk to him
son.
to make sure his
Let's see
affinity's
where it
maxed
takes
out
us
before I
now.
get Curie. Actually, I can still do that and throw Curie here.
Gotta say,
Oh, nice.
Does bashful mode come standard on all synths, or did you have to pay extra for that?
Heh, no. Only on me, and I suppose that's sort of the issue. I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nyx.
Oh, he has to do his quest before you can get his max affinity.
They're just this
I'm not doing that right
inescapable
now.
reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
Someone your age should be happy to have any memories at all, let alone a spare set.
I suppose so. But having to juggle my memories and all Nick's baggage makes things tough sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
Judgment,
Let's
my
go.
Speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
How about everything you've done since you left the Institute? Pretty much. We give you a new name with that help. I got it.
We could give you a new name. That help? I got it. Crumblebot 3000.
Well, I suppose it's the thought that counts. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks. You know,
Alright, not max
there's this
affinity
chunk
yet.
of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could
Oh, here
use
it
a
is.
hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king. Heard of
Yeah,
it?
there's a guy, and there's a big case that you... Yeah, he killed a lot of people, and you want to get Eddie Winter.
was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, so he could come out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that shelter someday into this brave new world. Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep.
Oh, so you want to become a ghoul. You really done your homework?
Well, Nick, you can't be saying what I think you're saying.
Oh, I'm saying it all right. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter. I'm gonna find
Okay. Yep. Am I in? Oh, it's the conversation
I
piece.
don't get
Yes.
it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some kind of vendetta.
I've got memories of a girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful. And
It's for love. Always for
Winter
love.
killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, knowing that, are you in?
Got your back,
All
Nick.
right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
Good. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a back in the day.
Yeah, we gotta go find all the different holotapes. Yep.
Including one of my gut
Yep,
tells
yep.
me the Boston probably.
Yep. Already have one of them. Let's go get Curie, bring her back here, and then do Nick's quest. And by the time I'm done with that, Curie will be ready. So I can get his affinity perk. Are they only? They're not only active when the people's with you. They're not, are they? I don't think they are. I think they're permanent. And if they're not permanent, I have a cheat mod that will make them permanent. But I want to earn as much as I can, not cheat too much. Only stuff that saves time, like perks are permanent. Yeah. Only stuff that saves me time, like not having to collect crafting materials everywhere. Deliver them back. I sent Curie to Red Rocket. All the rest of the robots. I'll be right back. I gotta piss.